kind of at the same contrast we've seen a couple times already tonight. One guy wants to keep it standing, one guy wants to get it to the ground, although Clean will trade.
And he has a chin.
Smith comes right out with a straight front kick and gets it caught for his effort, and we'll see if this leads or does not lead to a takedown by Clean.
One thing about Dustin is he is so strong for his size.
His grip is unbelievable.
Yes, it is.
Well, I'll tell you, Smith has definitely done his homework on Clean, because he actually alluded to his grip. He alluded to Clean's Kimura game. He alluded to his triangle game. He's aware of everything that Clean brings to the table, and we'll see what kind of game plan he has set up to beat it as Clean looks for a guillotine here in the corner.
And he's looking to dig it in. Yep.
But this isn't a bad thing for Clean. He doesn't mind being on the bottom, although probably would prefer it not to be under the ring ropes.
You know, the one thing about Clean is he can triangle from anywhere. And if Smith is not careful, he's going to find that out. He's got that left arm looped over.
I think the only thing that could hurt Clean in this fight is the fact that he's been in with such good guys that he may not have taken Darrell Smith serious at all.
You know, Dean, if it were anybody else, I would say that would be the case. But, you know, as we know, Dustin Dennis is a fanatical trainer.
Oh, I agree. I mean, I've never known him not to take anybody that serious. But, I mean, if there's any one thing that could go wrong in this fight, it would have to be that.
And to Smith's credit, this is his 29th fight. So, I mean, and he has a winning record. But even if he didn't, you never take somebody lightly with that many fights under their belt, because they bring a lot of experience.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Good point, Dan.
This will be Dustin's second fight at the 170-pound class. Fought in AFC 12 against Pat Healy. Won a decision. Actually got rocked early on in the fight, got put down on the mat for the first time in his career. We weren't sure if that was an effect of cutting the weight and not being comfortable at the weight, but to his credit, he stood right back up, landed a big left hand of his own, knocked Healy down, went on to win the decision, and Healy went on in his next fight to take AFC champion at 170 pounds and multi-time UFC veteran Chris Lytle to a split decision. So I don't think the fact that his fight with Healy was tough was anything.
No, and I think he showed, you know, what a champion is made of in that fight, in that he got rocked early, he stuck with his game plan, he kept the pressure on, and, I mean, he ended up dominating that fight.
But I think Healy showed himself to be a tough guy.
He did. Pat Healy can take some punishment, and he never even thought about quitting.
Yeah, and you was talking about Clean being a fanatic. I mean, I've been to his house. He don't even have furniture.
No, that's true.
He got mats and a bike.
Yep.
A lot of punches from Smith on the top. Can't really tell if they're landing or not. Almost looked like he threw a headbutt, but our view is a little bit impaired here.
I think Dennis blocked most of those. His left hand was underneath.
You see Clean looking to raise the legs. He's certainly thinking triangle. Smith is well aware of that and is doing a good job of defending it. I don't know if those ropes are impairing Clean's ability to hit that position or not.
Well, Clean does have the underhook on the left-hand side, which is where he likes to be.
Good right hand from Smith.
Yeah, you know, Clean style could be a little lackluster for the crowd, but I think that's just the way he kind of fights. You know, he kind of like sits back and just waits for his time, and eventually he normally gets it. But as you said, it looked like Smith did his homework and knows everything about Clean's game.
Well, knowing it and being able to defend against it are two different separate things as well.
So far, it looks like he's doing both.
Smith making faces at the crowd, giving a little hoot and holler here.
Well, you know what it looked like? It looked like Dustin was holding on to his glove, and he said something like, "Get off my glove." I think that's what he said.
Well, referee having a conversation with both fighters, not quite sure what he's instructing them. Referee calls timeout. Is there a cut? Nope, no cut on either fighter. Checking Clean. I don't know if Clean was stunned by a punch, or you certainly wouldn't get the referee to stop you to ask you if you were stunned by a punch.
Hey, are you stunned by a punch?
Oh, it was a headbutt. It was a headbutt.
Hey, but you know that things like that don't faze Clean at all. You know, Clean is the type of guy that, you know, whether it's a headbutt or a punch, that's not going to really faze him. It doesn't matter what he gets hit with. They
got Smith with a double underhooks, controlling this clinch. Low blow by Smith. And a good takedown by Smith, right into side control.
Well, what Smith has to be careful of here is this Kimura.
Clean slides right into half guard and immediately looks for the Kimura. Smith asking his corner what the time is because he's obviously thinking of holding on.
But you know, the one thing about Dustin is he's well aware of this is a 3-round fight, and then he's not concerned of, every minute of what's going on in the fight. So he may have lost that round, but I'm sure that didn't faze him one bit.
Well, he ended the round strong with a very dominant position on the back, but certainly not enough to take that round. That round goes to Darrell Smith. Good game plan from Darrell Smith coming into this fight.
I agree. But as we know, Dustin Dennis is a slow starter. We have seen it time and time and time again where he gets started slow and slowly just imposes his will.
Yeah, like I was saying, I don't think that fazed him one bit, losing that round. And I think in his mind, he don't even think he lost that round.
Well, that's probably true.
Well, that may or may not be true, but I guess it only really matters in the minds of the judges. And in Darrell Smith's mind, for what it's worth, he seems to be growing in confidence over there in the corner, talking with his corner man.
Second round, coming out, round number 2.
All right, Smith started both rounds out, both times out with straight front kicks to the midsection. Let's see if he looks for that to start this round out as well. Smith actually over there laughing with his corner. Now trying to rile the crowd up, get them excited. He is certainly feeling confident here. Not impressed with Clean thus far. Let's see if that's a mistake.
Yeah, I was actually a little surprised that Clean didn't exchange with him.
Look for Clean to try to get the back from here.
And if he does, this fight's over.
Well, I'm not going to underestimate Smith based on his performance in the first round, but Clean certainly is vice-like once he gets that back position. Let's see if Smith's able to shuck him off. Good job from Smith.
He's got nothing so far.
Clean is not giving up the position.
Not going to give up this position. As we know, Dustin Dennis loves to take the back.
That looks like Smith's out.
Yep, it sure does.
Good job from Darrell Smith. Clean again, looking for the Kimura. Smith looking to defend by grabbing his right hand with the left that's being attacked by Dennis. And knowing Clean, he's just going to push it and push it and push it. Oh, he's broken the grip. Big trouble for Darrell Smith. He's going to roll over, invert the position here.
Darrell Smith's hand looks like it's about to tap.
No, instead it's tapping Clean's rib cage. And he defended it well.
And that was what I was talking about, how Clean, he's just very patient and just waits for his time, and he normally gets it.
And he's looking for the Katagatami right here.
And that's the true sign of a veteran right there.
He'll look to pass here.
Let's see how effective that position is. If Darrell Smith can keep Clean locked in the half guard, he should be able to defend the position, and he does.
Dustin Dennis with a high school wrestling background, so he's got a good base. He's a black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. He's worked a lot on his striking, and as Dean said, he's a patient man.
He is very, very methodical in his approach to the fights. It's been successful for him so far, bringing a record of 10-1-2. Good reversal by Smith.
Yeah, I got to give
Clean shooting his triangle.
I got to give Darrell Smith a lot of credit. He stayed very focused. I think what Clean is trying to do is he's trying to lure him into the ground game and trying to see if he can get him to exchange with him. But Smith won't fall for it. He's just basically defending and hitting him with some little shots here and there. Not really doing much damage, but nonetheless very effective with his game plan.
I think Smith has to be pretty pleased with himself thus far. He's He controlled the first round, avoided some good submission attempts by Clean thus far in the
And
second.
Dennis is cleared this over. This could be it.
I can't quite tell from this visual what Clean has locked here.
Well, he had sort of an inverted omoplata, but he
He's
does
closed
have.
the triangle. Oh, it's closed.
And then everybody knows this is
Move the
Clean's
right arm
patented
over.
move right here. He probably has the best triangle in MMA right
I
now.
think he's probably going to
There's no way.
try to move. There. No, it's not a tap.
That's
He's
a tap
fighting.
right
There's
there.
a tap.
Yeah!
And Smith gives his corner a little look like, yep, he got it. I knew it was coming, just couldn't stop it. Really fought it well, though, for 1.5 rounds. Smith did a very good job at countering all submissions attempts by Clean, and I think he gave himself a very good showing here.
He did. He did. Darrell Smith really showed that he deserved to be in there.
Yeah, nice. Okay, congratulations. Nice job.
Good thing we're friends. Real close. You guys have to say about that.
Smith controlled it, had a good game plan, had it well scouted out. I mean, you look at Smith at 155, he lasted a combined total of like 1 minute and 12 seconds against Denise and Aurelio.